Hey there, welcome back to Angry Bird. Today is the 21st. 21st. That's right. 2 months. That's all it's been. That's all it's been. You know what? It feels like it's been like 10 fucking years. I feel like I've aged every day like 6 weeks or something. Anybody else feel like that? Like every day was like a 6 week aging process of just like gut punch and face punch and chin punch and like grabbing your hair like, oh my God, oh my God. And then another chin punch in there and a gut punch in there. Yeah, anyway, that's how I feel. It's allergy season, man. My nose won't stop itching. I can't get my nose to stop running. Everybody that's ever known me has always seen me with a runny nose. Everybody. It's one of those things. So this video is going to be talking about power today. Power. All right. If you don't know what power looks like, it's as simple as walk into your employer and go tell them, fuck you. And watch what power that person has on you. You're not supposed to do that. It's within their rights to fire you, but they have that power. That's power. That's power. That's power to tell someone else, I could take your money. I could take your ability to earn. That's a power. Okay. What's another form of power? Well, if you're a police officer, you could pull someone over. Right? Put on your sirens. It's the law. They're supposed to. So that you can pull someone over. That's power. You have the power to cherry pick anybody you want and pull them over. That's power. You get the power to choose. It's another way. What's another form of power? Well, how about in a regular old brawl? What does power look like in a brawl? Muscles. Stronger hits, right? Point is power exists. You can identify it. You can go around the world. You can see power at play at all times. There's power going on. You know, here's a form of power. Some power that some people don't recognize. Purchase power. Okay? What's purchase power get you? It gets you the ability, if you have a lot, that when things go bad or good, it allows you to benefit both directions when you have purchase power. When things go down, you can buy things for cheaper. Things go up, you sell them for more. They go back down, you buy them for cheaper. That's purchase power, right? People with purchase power can get a lot of purchase power, right? You just buy more, buy more, buy more. Forgive me. Eye itches too now. Fucking allergies, man. It's crazy. Well, so the more you get, right? The stronger you get. So I want to reel it back way, 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 way back down your family line. Okay? Just your family line. And I want you to think of how powerful you are right now. And I want you to look at your family line and look where they've come from. And I want you to feel that power from your family. What have they given you, right? All these years, we've been a species. All these years, up to today, you're alive. You're hearing my video. What did they give you? What power? And this matters. It designs a person. Power designs a person. Okay. How do you think people that are unaccountable, always unaccountable, and have power, how do you think they behave? Just think about it. Like, you get 30 kids in a classroom, 30 kids, and you get them all, and you force every single one of them to behave, except one. You give them unlimited power. You just give them power over the other kids, power over the teacher, power over everything. You just, I don't even know if that's a good example. The point is unchecked power is never good. It always grows into something ridiculously bad. They say there's an old saying that power corrupts, or absolute power corrupts you absolutely. And there's some truth to that. It's kind of like if I gave you all the bells and whistles in the world and you're never accountable to nobody else. How many people would have that kind of power and just willingly just give it back? Would you? Would you give it back? Here it is. Here it all is. And then you go, you know what? No. Here, guys, it's your power. Who would do that? So, if you're a guy and you have power, you want to keep that power. In your head, you earned it. In your head, you deserve it. In your head, you paid your dues. I deserve it, man. My family deserves it. We've done all these good things. Little blokes out there, and they're listening. They're like, what are you talking about? Power. My family gave me power. What do you mean? All they gave you, bro, and me, was the right to vote. They sacrificed limb and life to give us a constitution and give us a right to vote. That's it. That's your power. That's all they've given you. If you're an oil baron, they gave you unlimited wealth, unlimited ability to manipulate things, unlimited ability to never have to worry about anything ever. All your kids, all generations after you, you have the power over the mineral rights to sell to the world forever and ever and ever. And the world needs energy, and you have the ability to solely profit from it. Good fucking job, man. When you look at power like that, unchecked for generations and generations and generations, right? You get to the point where a different kind of person is there now. Different kind of person's coming out of that family. A different mindset is coming out of that family. Power corrupts you. It corrupts your family. It corrupts a society. It corrupts a group of people to the point where they're fucking so twisted they don't even know they're twisted. For the most part, people just don't know better. When they get into things, they just don't know any better. I mean, I know people know better when they're conscious of the shit, but when you're unconscious, you really don't know better of it. You try, I'm not trying to get all deep and shit, but it's the facts. You think sick people know they're sick mentally? You think drug addicts are in control? You're powerless against yourself. You're powerless against your own worst fucking instincts sometimes, and your own worst thoughts sometimes. That's why fear dangling works so hard. Fear is power, man. If you can make people afraid, you can control people. Look at America, man. Look at how powerful the billionaires became. Look at the protesting now. You might not go to school. Saying something bad, you might get pulled out of a line on your way to the country and held because you tweeted something bad or you said something negative. That's power, man. That's power they're using. So, we have a weird fucking place in society where they've got this fear where people allow other people to be mean to other people because they're so afraid themselves. They really are. I know they'll act tough. They'll I got my masculine video, right? They're afraid. They're afraid of themselves. They're afraid of the world knowing who the fuck they are. These are the predators. These are the people that will look down the line and go, we don't need to owe them nothing. We don't owe them clean water, clean air. We don't owe them a safe society at all. They owe us more. That's how they see it, man. They see us as we owe them. We build their bridges. We fight their wars. We manufacture everything they could ever fucking think of in their heads. They steal our ideas. They make them theirs. They steal our companies. They make them theirs. And all they want is fucking more. You see, power unchecked. Unchecked becomes what we have in America right now. Unchecked. You got a bunch of power grip crazy motherfuckers fear dangling everybody else into a fucking frenzy. A group of people don't know up, down, left, right, sideways. They're looking at everybody in their neighborhood fucking, oh my gosh, they're eating the pets, they're eating the dogs, oh there's trans, oh my God, they're eating my kids, they're making my mind crazy. You know, like they're all fucking panicked. And those people are voting against their own best interest. They're voting, saying, don't educate us no more. We're getting too woke. You know, they're out there doing that shit. Power does that. Who the fuck would not want to be educated? Who the fuck would go look at their kids and go, you know what? None of you deserve it. Who does that? MAGA does it. MAGA does it. They don't know no better. Think about it. They don't know no better. Why would they do that? Why would they look at their own and go, you know what, guys? We don't deserve education at all. Fuck this. Let's give the rich a tax break. They don't know no better. Think about who would do it. You know, there's people out there that sure, they hate other groups. They really fucking hate them, man. And they're all in MAGA. They all got the mics. And they all over X. And they're boom, 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 clapping the cymbals. And that's all we get to see, right? That's all the liberals get to see. The progressives get to see. We get to see the Mad Hats. But if you went out there like I do and you actually meet people, they're tricked. They're hoodwinked. They don't mean nobody harm. They believe what they hear. They're afraid of what the shit they're saying to be afraid of. You know? But they don't know no better. Like I'm telling you, they don't know no better. Ask them, you know, hey, just tell me how it works, and they can't explain it. They trust the plan, you know. They don't know no better. People that trust the plan don't know no better, do they? I mean, really, do they? I swear, man, you know, and 14 minutes into this video, and I apologize, you know, I try to make them shorter. I really am. But, like, I've ran crews of people. I've never walked in the door and told my fucking crew, we're building shit, we're doing shit, we're team building, we're making shit great in here, and we're going to coordinate stuff, right? I never went in there and just said, y'all better just fucking trust me, that's it, because I'm the genius here. You know, that wouldn't work, man. That wouldn't work. But if you make people so fucking afraid of goddamn ghosts, you could do that, man. You could just say, hey, I'm a fucking genius. You all got to trust me. Look at all the money I got. You got to trust me, man. I know what I'm doing. And then, oh, yeah, he does. Look at all that money. He sure shit does. Fucking power, man. Power. So how do you stop it? The way you stop it is you level the fucking playing fields, man. You get people to start races at the same start line. You get people that are growing their businesses out there the same fucking costs, the same fucking how much whatever it is, like I'll give you an example. I'm trying to think of a way to put this. If you're a small bloke, right, and you're starting out your own plumbing company, man, you're out there and you're just like hustling, bustling, you got your flyers out and you're knocking on doors, man, you're just putting, getting the word out, right? You have dick for purchase power. You just don't. You can't buy enough shit to compete with somebody that has 35 fucking franchises, that's out there buying bulk. They buy parts in bulk. They get the parts super cheap. They pay their guys super cheap. They get these jobs and they can undercut you all the time. They don't unless they know they're competing against you, then they undercut you, right? Just to keep you out of business. They can do this because they get the parts for less. It's an unfair, fair business practice, if you ask me. So you level the playing field by giving that bloke the same material at the same cost. Then watch what fucking happens to the world. Watch. You see, Walmart puts them all out of business, right? All those little guys. All of them. What if all those little guys got the same shit Walmart got at the same cost? Then what would happen to Walmart? It'd be a level playing field. You get what I'm saying? Walmart took advantage of purchase power and took out everybody else. That's power, man. Power did it. Not fair. Power. See, people look at, oh, Walton, man, you a genius. Woo! You a genius. No, Walton understood. Distribution and purchase power. You could wipe out competition with those two things. And that's what he did. What do you think Amazon's doing? Purchase power. Distribution. So when you look at the game that we're all playing, man, power, it buys things. It does things. It wipes out the little guys. Why do you think when you Google search somebody to come to your house and you're in an emergency, you never get an honest bloke? And I say that and I mean it. And Google's probably like, fuck this guy, we gotta sue him. He's calling us out. No, I'll give you an example, man. You can Google search somebody and they'll come to your house, and instead of giving you an honest deal, they are trying to manipulate you because you're in an emergency. They're trying to sell you shit because you're in an emergency. Taking advantage of you because you're in an emergency. And they jack up the prices because you want out of your emergency. And because a guy's a nice guy in front of you, looks trustworthy, you go, okay. And then they just take advantage of you. Google gave you that guy. Google didn't give you the guy that, would have treated you right, would have charged you right. You see, the guy paid to be first. The guy paid to be the guy you call. So he could charge you more, So Google, it's as if it works against you. Like, you would want an honest guy who has a solid warranty, that does solid work, has a solid reputation, and is local. Somebody that if you gave money to, it goes right into your community, man. Not grabbed out of your community, shipped off to a billionaire, man, who puts it in a fucking bank. You see, power, man. Google understood the game. They understood that, hey, we can make a system that we could pit companies against one another. And not in the way you think. Not like, this Google does it just to exist. You see, like the distribution thing is just to get your shit for cheap. Google does it whether you exist or not. Do you know how many businesses only exist and without Google they wouldn't? Like, they only exist because Google's there. They don't have the reputation strength. They don't have the foundations within their communities. They're only there predatorially because Google algorithmically gives them to you. Power. Power to wipe out honest people. Power to feed everybody fucking predators constantly. Power to get people hosed over constantly. Power to fleece the public in any way, shape, or form they can constantly. Power does that, man. And who doesn't want it? If you're the Waltons, it makes sense to do it. If you're Bezos and you're making it, it makes sense to do it. You have to have checks to power. You have to have laws in place to balance the fucking systems out. Because if you don't, you get people rich enough, they could buy platforms, they could buy news outlets, and they could dangle fear for 40 fucking years and build up a frenzy mob of citizens that are so fucking out of their heads, they'll vote, I swear, they'll vote right against themselves. They won't even think twice. We don't need education. We don't need Medicaid. See, they didn't think they were voting against it, but it doesn't matter. They still did. They still voted against it. They don't know no better. They're not looking between the lines. They're radicalized, they're fear-mongered, and they're voting against their best interest. Power did that. And the crazy thing about power is it always comes to an end. It always comes to an end. And the billionaires and the poor are colliding right now, man, before our eyes. The billionaires are still trying to sell it. We're doing great things for you. Trust us, trust us, trust us. We're doing great things. Don't believe those bad people. They're still trying to sell the fear. And everybody else's eyes are opening up. And we're about to take that fucking power right back, aren't we? We're about to take that fucking power back. You know, I've been a proud American, man. A couple different times. I've read books and I've seen things that we've done, you know. And I've also seen us grow as a country. And that made me proud, you know, that the 60s and stuff, there's stuff there that we protested and we fought and we, you know, Americans, we have our moments, man, where we really stood up for shit. You know, and the Civil War. You know, I hate to say it, but, you know, I mean, we lost, what, 500,000 lives? 490-something thousand lives for a civil war over whether somebody could own somebody else's property? I mean, think about that. I should tell you something about Americans, man. We're pretty stand-up blokes, man, when it comes down to it. So what do you think's happening this time, you know, as these powers collide and they try to do this whole fucking slave shit again, you know, whole class of fucking you're below me fucking shit again. What do you think's going to happen? I think Americans are going to make us proud again. I think we're all going to rise again, take that fucking power back, knock all these blokes out, and start living our lives again and start trying to get somewhere where we're all benefiting instead of just a handful. Don't you think that'd be great if we're all benefiting again instead of just a handful? Anyway, just a thought. Sorry for a long video, but, you know, that's where we're at, guys, and that's what this is about. It really is about power. And if you don't know what your family gave you, they only gave you two things. Constitution, and you bet your ass it's under attack right now. You bet your ass it is under attack. And the second thing they gave you is your vote. And you could bet your ass that is under attack too. All right, love y'all. Have a great day.